Hello, my name is Katja Huth. I'm 39 years old. I'm from Germany, but I currently live in the UK. I've started the carnivore diet in December 2018, and this is my story, how I came to be on this diet and how it saved my life. I finally found the carnivore diet in December 2018. At that point, my depression and anxiety levels were at a severe level again. I was about to lose my job because of repeated long-term sickness absence. And I was also turning into a recluse because I wasn't able to leave the house. My anxiety just spiked. I couldn't be around people or get anything done. At that point, I been spending a year trying to talk to my doctors to get an assessment for ADHD and Aspergers syndrome on top of my other illnesses. I just felt they became more and more prevalent and my brain was literally shutting down on me. But I had no luck. They literally thought I'm having a manic episode, and I got onto an ADHD waiting list. I suppose I'm still on it, or never been on it, because I haven't heard back since. I probably started getting depression when I was 12. My friendships, family relationships, and school really started getting hard for me then. On top of that, I have dyslexia, which wasn't recognized and certainly not dealt with in the 80s and 90s in the school system. So that made it harder for me additionally, I'd say. I did not get a diagnosis for depression until I was 23 and already living in the UK. From that point on, I cycled through different drugs and combinations of them. I think they tried nearly everything on me. Some of the drugs that I've been taking and that I remember that I've taken are citalopram, lorazepam, lithium, diazepam, and mirtazapine. None of them solved my depression, and in fact, with some of them, I started feeling psychotic on top of it. And the benzos actually muffled my experience of life and took the last bit of life quality that there was. I was on and off the medications, and I was offered a stint in a hospital as well. They thought that might be the answer, but I didn't go for it. I also had counseling and CBT, but I didn't find them very helpful. They definitely always tried to look into what happened in my childhood, and it never resolved anything for me, so they were useless. So here was 26 years of useless medication, useless therapy. In 2016, I developed a headache that lasted 3 months. Again, I went to the doctors and they couldn't help me. I ended up in A&E and was told that I'm hogging a space of a cancer patient. Eventually I had to figure it out all myself, and I stopped eating gluten as one of the experiments, and my headache left me. It was gone. That was the first time I fixed health by adjusting my food. But I was still really naive about what I just discovered. It has to be said, I've always been eating healthy, and I was always trying to overcome depression and bipolar roller coasters. So I grew my own vegetables, even trained as a gardener, and tried to eat as organic as possible. Coming back to September 2018, I realized I'm now also developing arthritis in my hands, which was horrible for me because I'm a really practical person and an artist, and I didn't want to lose my physical mobility as well. But it gave me another symptom to Google. So now I could tap in depression, anxiety, arthritis. And this is how I learned of Michaela Peterson. I've already read about her in her dad's book, 12 Rules for Life, which made me understand and trust what this girl was saying instantly. I also came across Amber Hearn, who's just full of amazing information and just the most intelligent woman I've probably ever seen. Brad Lloyd and Sean Baker as well. I also was really lucky that I met a real-life carnivore in a colleague that started working with us, and she just seemed really switched on and zen. So I thought I'd give it a go. I had nothing to lose really. I jumped right in. I started carnivore straight away from one day to another. Just before I did that, I was eating a lot of kale and sweet potato. I know now that they're horrible for oxalates and anxiety actually, but then I was just thinking I'm eating the best I can possibly do in order to stay out of the anxiety and depression. But mainly my diet approach, I would say, was some sort of medium high or low carb paleo style. I had keto flu symptoms for about 6 weeks, and they were pretty hard for me, except for day 3 and 4, when I had such calm and mental clarity. I was actually worried that I burst my last bulb. No, it was beautiful. It was great to feel health for a day or two, and then I went back into keto flu. But really, I think that short glimpse helped me to deal with the symptoms and to get through that part. After 6 weeks, I started to feel great and still getting better over a year later. Now I'm advocating this diet, and I've got an Instagram account which is how.carnivore.savedmyass, on which I talk about the diet, I show my life, I tell stories from the background of my life to make people understand that depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, and any other immune illnesses are not life sentences. There's actually a way out. So come and find me on Instagram. I'm under the same name, How Carnivore Saved My Ass, also on Facebook, and I've got a new YouTube channel. Recently, I certified as a carnivore coach, and if you would like to book a session with me, you can find me on meetrx.com. I'll be here ready for you, helping you to change your health story too.